I want to give IU Indy a lot of credit, first-year coach, and just generally speaking, their team. I think the identity in sports is, so important, and we all try to cultivate, what you make the game feel like, how people view you as a group, what you're good at. Look, I thought their togetherness, their efficiency, organization, and, one thing I really admire about them is, they have two players, number 0, Zelinskis, and number 4, Walker, that have played in the Division II level and came with the coach. And, they're older and they've been through it. And, I'm sure who they were when they left high school to go to college was, a good player that took the best opportunity that they had. But if you take their uniform off and put, a Villanova jersey, a Marquette jersey, Xavier jersey, they're good. They're old, they're strong. And with this COVID year, the month of November is very difficult because when you take the court, there's no real advantage physically. Now, we might have had more of an advantage athletically or inside, but their size and strength, I felt it on the first possession of the game. And their coach does a great job. They tested us, and, they went 14 for 28 from the from the three-point line. We have to get better on our end defending the three-point shot. It's not for lack of effort. Some of it is myself and our staff. Some of it is just growth of decision-making defensively. Maybe it's a little scheme, but we have to fix the leak in the roof and be better in that area. Because what's happening to us is we're doing a lot of other good things, but the power of the three-point shot, when you give up 14 makes in 28 of 28 or 10 of 23, man, it keeps that other team in the game. They keep that pressure on you. And, every time they shoot it, it feels like it's going in. Some of it for us is our personnel. We have to look at that. And again, some of it is things that I know we can do better. But that right now is priority 1, and that's at the top of our list of things that we have to do to improve. I don't want just that to get in the way of some things our team did better tonight. When you have 8 turnovers and 23 assists in Game 2, I think that's something that you're proud of. We came out of the gates playing super fast. Our decision-making and ball movement, there were a couple of times we just got to slow down and let the game come to us. There was a couple plays where you have to make the inside shot or layup. We got off to a weird start. We were playing fast, and it didn't seem like anything was going right. But once we got through that period, and I thought especially in the second half, our transition game, sharing the ball, moving the ball better, pushing it in transition, a lot of good things happened for us. I thought our backcourt, when you look at Ryan Conwell and Davion McKnight, both guys were excellent. They were 12 for 17 from the floor, 7 for 11 from 3, 5 for 7 from the free throw line. They had 36 points and 9 assists. Those two guys can really play. They're doing it on both ends. And, obviously in so many ways they're our heart and soul. I also thought Zach Fremantle maybe didn't play as well here tonight, but again, we'll take 17 points and 6 rebounds. It's just he kind of had one of those quiet nights offensively. So we'll take it, we'll learn from it, we'll grow, and we have to be better when we get to our next game. I do think we got better from our first game until tonight.
You mentioned Monday there may have been some first game jitters for some of the new guys. Before you go to the tape, is there anyone off the top of your head, based off just from the stat sheet or how you felt watching the game, that performed better tonight?
Yeah, I will tell you, I thought the first half on offense in many ways was an extension of game 1. We weren't patient. We were just rushing it. You want to do well, and you're practicing hard, and you feel good about who you are and who we are. And, oh, man, the ball's not going in. And, Jerome, for example, in the first 8 to 10 minutes that he played tonight, he missed 2 or 3 shots that he's going to make. He rushed them. But it was good to see him settle in. In both games, both against Texas Southern and tonight, Jerome was much better in the second half than he was in the first half. So, again, when you look at the stat sheet, And you go on, we were 14 of 35 from the field in the first half, and I thought we missed a couple good ones. We were 19 for 24 in the second half, and we shot 80% from the field in the second half. So we did a lot of good things in the second half on offense.
The other night on Monday, I think it was your bench didn't score. Tonight it seemed like they were more ready for the moment. You got more out of them. What do you think of how they performed in going to your bench?
No, I mean, no doubt. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, they had 10 made field goals the other night. We had 0, so think about that just right there. Let's start right there. But I thought John Ugly was better. I thought Trey Green was better. I thought Dante's still finding his way. He had a couple good plays. Certainly Jerome got better with 10 points, 5 for 12 from the floor. And I think that those guys with the more opportunity, and as the days go by, with their experience, their attitude, who they are, they will settle into the role that we need them to have. And that will help our team, no doubt about it. But look, I can't get off of something that I think is really important. When you give up 14 for 28 from 3, that's a concern. I do think the team we just played will be a very good three-point shooting team the entire year, but they don't have to make 14 of 28. We can be better in that area, and we have to be.
They pressed you a few times. You seemed to handle it really well. And they zoned you a few times, and boom, right to an open 3 after rotation. That has to make you feel pretty good.
Andy, one of the things that you really get proud of as a coach is when you watch a player that you're coaching really improve his game and improve in a certain area. And I go back to 2 summers ago when Davion McKnight came to us from Western Kentucky, and there was a lot to love about him. But one of the things that nobody really gave him much credit for is his ability to shoot the three-point shot. He really didn't shoot the three-point shot a whole lot there. But I haven't been around somebody who's listened, who's accepted coaching, who's worked. I mean, in the months of June, July, and August, before practice, after practice, early in the morning, every day. And you watch him shoot the ball right now. I mean, he's a good shooter. He has willed his way and worked his way into becoming that. And I think when you add that part onto his game, you have yourself a terrific point guard. And I certainly don't want to overlook him because it's very gratifying to see him become what I think he's becoming here through so much hard work and effort on his part.
Coach, Dalen last year had 3 starts. I think it was in your 3 toughest games against Marquette, Creighton, and UConn on the road. What are your impressions of him through 2 starts this season as your leading rebounder tonight?
Yep, when Dalen gets a defensive rebound, he turns into our point guard, and some of our most explosive plays happened off of his defensive rebound. He is blessed with his mind and defensively, his versatility on offense. I thought he had a good night tonight. He was 3 for 5 from the field, didn't score a lot, but there'll be games when he scores more than others. What we really need him to do is be an elite defensive player and rebound the ball at both ends and turn that into becoming a playmaker. Sky's the limit for him. He's just starting to scratch the surface. If you think about maybe where he would have been in November a year ago, those breakaway dunks was 50-50. I mean, he maybe makes it, maybe he misses it. It didn't matter. He was like a young colt out there. Now he plays with much more force. Has had a great off season, getting bigger and stronger. And like a lot of our guys, they put a ton of work in. So I think the best is yet to come. I think you're just seeing glimpses of what he can become.